So I do want to go to the reaction of his former co-hosts, Gayle King and Norah O'Donnell. They addressed the Charlie Rose allegations on the show today, CBS This Morning to be specific. Let's take a look at the first video.
I got an hour and 42 minutes of sleep last night. Both my son and my daughter called me. Oprah called me and said, "Are you okay?" I am not okay. After reading that article in the Post, it was deeply disturbing, troubling, and painful for me to read. That said, I think we have to make this matter to women, the women that have spoken up, the women who have not spoken up because they're afraid. I'm hoping that now they will take the step to speak out too, that this becomes a moment of truth.
So that was Gayle King, and she was understandably and justifiably upset and disturbed by the allegations that came forward. Now Norah O'Donnell also said something, and I wanted to go to her statement. So let's take a look at that.
This is a moment that demands a frank and honest assessment about where we stand and more generally the safety of women. Let me be very clear. There is no excuse for this alleged behavior. It is systematic and pervasive. And I've been doing a lot of listening, and I'm going to continue to do that. This I know is true. Women cannot achieve equality in the workplace or in society until there is a reckoning and a taking of responsibility. I'm really proud to work at CBS News. There are so many incredible people here, especially on this show, all of you here. This will be investigated. This has to end. This behavior is wrong, period.
So a lot of strong statements coming from his former co-host, which is good.
Yes, they're put in a terribly awkward position, and it's not on them, it's on Charlie Rose who did all this. And unfortunately, it's true what people say, which is that since he was quote unquote successful and powerful, and I know a lot of people who love Charlie Rose. I'm not one of them. I think he does pedestrian interviews, and everybody always says, he's like, oh, the legendary Charlie Rose. He asks very normal questions. Anyway, but that's not important, but people put him up on a pedestal. And so when he's got that kind of power, it becomes harder for people to challenge him. Because if a young woman comes out and says, Charlie Rose did this and this, that Charlie Rose makes a lot of money for people.
Yep.
And he's got a lot of prestige. And all those people know him, presumably like him. And it's gonna take a lot for them to side with her instead of Charlie Rose. That is why this watershed moment is so important, because so many people have come forward and have had the courage to come forward, that they're coming forward at 8 at a time. And that was the case of Charlie Rose. By the way, those are 8 that came forward. Are there others that didn't come forward? Are there others that he did this to, but and they don't want to talk about it. They're horrified, mortified about what happened. So he's been doing this for a long time. And even if you loved him and you thought he was a great interviewer, it's not an excuse. And so it is what it is. And I think that's probably the end of Charlie Rose's career. Help us build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.